Hey friends, thanks for joining me here at Non-Toxic Home today. I am glad you're here. I hope you are enjoying nice weather outside. If there is nice weather outside where you're at right now. I've been outside all day, so I'm a little bit sweaty. Came in for a break to have a little chat with you. I have been thinking about this for a little bit. The economy. Now, I am not disagreeing with anyone who says that small businesses, however many, have had to shutter their doors because of the response to you know what. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not saying that people aren't suffering financially, medically, in all sorts of ways as a result of financial pressure. I'm also not saying that people didn't get fired or lose their jobs somehow here in 2020, because I know this has happened. I've actually met a couple people who have lost their jobs at grocery stores during the lockdown. Please don't misunderstand me. If you are one of those people, my heart really goes out to you. What's happened is criminal. What I'm talking about is the fact that we know that we get lied to about pretty much everything. And even some parts of the economy are known lies. The stock market is just fictional, basically. The unemployment rate, that's been inaccurate forever. Because if someone makes $5 a week walking their neighbor's dog or mowing their neighbor's yard, they're considered to be employed. Who can live in the United States anyways off of $20 a month? Nobody. No one. It doesn't take into account the reality, the truth of the situation. So quite frankly, the unemployment rate is pretty much always higher than what we are told. The economy in general, I believe, is problematic. But here is a problem with this whole thing. Now, in a previous video, I shared our news that we are building a tiny home for a friend, turned a client. And as such, we have to do some earth moving for that. And that requires the rental of earth moving machinery. And I called around to a number of rental places, at least 15. At least I did, or my husband called. And a lot of places were rented out. The place that we ended up renting from was a pretty large company in the Midwest. And we ended up having to rent more expensive machinery that was larger than what we intended to rent, because all of their inventory was rented out in the Midwest, period. Now, I don't know what their specific definition of the Midwest is, but that's multiple states with no equipment to rent. Now, initially, my thought and explanation for this was, well, what about government funding? Surely there's lots of government building going on and construction in that arena. And healthcare, well, sick care is the more accurate term. That's a big financial racket as well. So perhaps it was really just a reflection of either government or medical construction. My husband pointed out the fallacy of this idea or theory, and that is that the companies that obtain the contracts for earth moving for such projects are very well established companies. These are companies that have been in business for decades typically. They have a great deal of money. And as such, they have their own equipment. They don't need to rent equipment. Additionally, the equipment that we were seeking to rent was small machinery. This isn't machinery that would be typically used for governmental or medical purposes. Generally, large earth-moving equipment would be brought in for that, not this little dinky dingo or a mini excavator. You don't generally have mini excavating products and machinery on such job sites. So that doesn't explain it. I mentioned this to a friend, and she said that in her state, the word of mouth is that we're in a construction boom. Just recently, I started contacting some local construction companies asking about their availability and their willingness to basically jump through hoops so they don't accidentally off me, so that we can get our aluminum siding up sooner rather than later. So my husband isn't particularly fast, and first we have to save the life of our friend before we put aluminum siding up. So we were investigating that, or I was, and I'm getting responses that they're booked out till May. Wow, okay, so at least residentially speaking, small construction businesses do indeed seem to be in the midst of a construction boom. Since we can't rent the equipment that we really wanted to, that was small sized or smaller size, it's still small what we rented for the earth moving project, that really just throws a lot of questions up into the air. If the economy is as bad as we're told right now, then why are homeowners spending what they're spending on construction projects, whether it's new construction or remodeling? And why are they renting equipment that costs thousands of dollars a month? Now, this is after the stimulus check. No, not the stimulus check. I don't remember what it was called. The unemployment program that gave everybody, what, extra $600 a week or some insane amount like that, that really incentivized staying home and not working and getting paid more to do it. This is after that. So that money doesn't really explain why we're seeing this. I don't have the answer to what is really going on as far as the economy in general goes, but I wanted to share this with others because I know that we can't be the only people who have experienced this and have come across this. Most people who come across this sort of thing just say, oh, well, it just must be a fluke, or someone must be lying, or maybe that construction company is just really good, or they use 1,000 different other explanations to explain it away because, let's face it, it's difficult to face the fact that we're lied to about everything. What do you think? What are your thoughts? What's your experience? Please share them below in the comments because we'd love to hear. Please like and share this video and other videos and posts, because those who share truth are really being cracked down on hard by the robots and those who write the code for them. Thanks so much for being here, friends. Have a most beautiful and blessed day, and go out and get some fresh air and sunshine. It's good for you.